It's Friday, I'm ready to swing. Pick up your hey, and let everybody swing. Is old school music. It's still the best, Those days when you just want to sit back and listen to good music. Those jams that we listened to back in the days. I mean, you cannot trade it for anything. They're still the best jams, and I just want to talk about some old music today. Yes, music from the old days, from the old block. Yes, I'm still Jenny from the block. You see, I really know how well. No matter where I come on, don't big kid, like that. I'm still Jenny from the block. You see, I really know how well. No matter where I go, where I come. So many jams like that. I cannot play just music because of YouTube guidelines and all that. I've missed those days. It's so beautiful. I just reminiscing. I just thought I should come here and let's reminisce together. Which was your favorite track back in the days? I mean, I remember those songs that you just want to. Those days when you still feel like, oh yes, love is real. Those days when you just listen to song and then you are just, your mind is with somebody when you listen to those beautiful jams. It's so beautiful. And most of these artists, I was just up and about on the Instagram and I came across Mariah Carey. She is still as beautiful as ever. Like seriously, how these black American artists, how do they do it? Most of them, we listened to them while we were growing up. They were okay, so hot that time. Even now, they are still beautiful. Mariah Carey, she's still looking as beautiful as ever. Just that a little bit of old age has set in for them here and there. But then it's not like, I just wonder, is there anything that they do over there that doesn't make them age? They hardly age. It's not like us. The moment you give birth to 2 kids, 3 kids, the whole thing never will not allow us to slay that perfectly well. It's not common over there. Look at maybe J Blige. To me, people should be over 50, if I'm not mistaken. J Lo, they are looking so beautiful. Like seriously, J Lo is over 50. Look at her. Those ladies, I don't know how they do it. Like black truly do not crack. Let's say black don't crack. It's the truth. These ladies, they are looking so beautiful. Who else again? Brandy, yes, Brandy. She look at her too. I mean, while growing up, listening to her, watching a movie, Moesha and everything, and look at her now. She's still beautiful. She still have that beautiful figure. I don't know what they do to their body over there, and most times it's not always surgery. They might be doing, but not all of them. I'm just wondering. I'm just going back in the days, and it's a beautiful memories. Yes, believe me, I remember those. The boy his smile again. It was so beautiful every time. We just want when they were in school that time. 2 ladies, they just want to sing. The boy is fighting for a guy. That kind of thing. It's beautiful. Brandy almost made you love me. Everybody knows. Almost doesn't count. Never say never, Brandy too. Never say, never say, never say never. Never say, never say, never say never. Which of the tracks again? Those beautiful moments. It was those songs that are everything. And now you hardly they hardly release most times, except for once in a while they come out to release stuff. But it's not like they do that time. We have a lot of new artists now. Sometimes I'll just new artists, I don't even know the song. Like, seriously, who is this new artist? It's not like the whole school block. Like everybody wants to, back in the days, it's so beautiful. It's back, guys. Yes, guys. Nigerian music, they have taken over. Like seriously, they are the best. They are good at what they do. Those times that we listen to foreign music, that we listen more of this music. We had little Nigerian artists from here. that we hardly listen to them, but now, hey, gosh, they have taken over, and then we love what they do. But a little bit of here and there, there's no crime in it. Okay, let's come back home. This week, Mercy Aigbe, she trended for taking somebody's man. She unveiled a new man. She has been married to this man, so she decided to show us the video and everything, and it came with a lot of bows, a lot of. I bet she didn't know it was gonna be like this. People came out for her real good, and at the time she was like, okay, not, she doesn't send, she even she played a track, a video where she was singing Waika. I know that lyrics, that but those lyrics, lejupa sonju, but then no matter how you want to say that you want to lejupa and everything, there's no how you will not, those words that they say to you will not get to you, because you are human, for crying out loud. You might just like, okay, you don't send, but one person, somebody might just say something to you that will cut you like a knife. You just sit down and think about. I bet that was exactly what happened in this case. Just lover, this lover has been on her neck and all that. How this lover can be. So this lover made a post yesterday referring to Mercy Aigbe's mother, that okay, what this particular behavior of Mercy Obanleni, like the mother too was like that while she was growing up. She also snatched somebody's man, and that the story trended that time for people who stayed in Anthony, Maryland. I heard that story before too. Yes, that was how she was raised up. She grew up in that environment of snatching, and if that is true. And remember, before this whole story, I heard it too, that that story trended. I had a friend who stayed in Anthony, and that was where she grew up. That she went to St. Francis. All of us that we went to Maryland, St. Francis and Maryland, So we know St. Francis. I know a lot of that area, Anthony, Maryland, Mende, and everything. We were rocking that side that time. So she grew up there and everything. That was what happened while she was growing up. So she grew up from that environment of, so if that's why they say that whatever you do to your children, they're looking, and then yes, whatever you do, they are looking at you, and they will think it's the best thing because you are their number one role model. Whatever you do, they want to do. You understand what I'm saying? So according to the G's and everything, just never posted this story, and then I bet it got to her that a mother, nobody would listen when you talk to their mother in such manner. She would want to respond. I bet that word got to her, caught a bit knifing. So she came out angrily. She replied, and I think that was a mistake she made, coming out to reply, to respond to just lover and the Wabulets headquarters. They will get fire you. She came and responded, and she was like, okay, somebody asked you to bring me down. She had turned it to like Gislova was trying to blackmail her and whatever. She what's called a lengthy post. She replied that Gislova is this and that, and somebody paid him to blackmail her. She now left with what is you are such a shameful person. You don't have shame, whatever. And people just came after her. Come and see the reply under her post, like see somebody that's talking about shame, So that was about hate, and that was the reply. She replied, and people came after her again. I just want to. She shouldn't have replied. Like, she have just let the whole thing. Let people say whatever they want to say. You have done what you want. You think is best for you. So be it. Even though we all know that it's wrong. I mean, you have a lot of options, and people are just on her neck that what she did is bad and blah blah blah. But have to come out and reply, it's another thing entirely. Let's see the reply, guys. Okay, that was about it. I was listening to some analysis on Facebook about what happened earlier this week, Mercy Aigbe's case and Nollywood actress as a whole. So this she was just saying that this whole thing is what they do in Nollywood. A lot of these Nollywood actresses, they are so good at snatching people's husband that they do that all the time, especially when those men are abroad based. They do a lot of things. You know, she was just going on, and then she was making references to the artists in the past that have treaded in the same path with Mercy Haigbe. And I think it is kind of true because, you know, we were here now when this whole thing happened. It's not the first case, just that this one came out more like, unlike the other ones that we have heard in the past. A lot of them, they don't like to show off their man. A lot of these actresses, once they bet a child, you just see them, people were coming congratulating them. Okay, you know, they will not want to show the face of the child, the face of the baby daddy, that, you know, and everything, because they actually take it was they're not married to the man. Number one, they snatched, because if not, you'll be so bold enough to show off this is the father of your child. You should be bold enough to, you know. But because of the situation on ground, you know, that one lady was just, you know, analyzing how they do in Nollywood as the Yoruba actresses, and I was just beginning to like, oh, that is so true. Quite a number of them, this is what they do. They like to just come in, especially when they want to come and act in your film. She was not advising those people who are based abroad, if they want to come and act in your house, be careful, because that is when they know that, okay, this person has money, he stays abroad, then it's another thing entirely. That's how they come in and take their man. We have a lot of examples. I don't want to be mentioning it, but I mean, she already, the lady, I came across her post. She already said those things. So I'm just going to repeat what she said. She's the one that said it. I'm just going to repeat the same thing, because okay, let's start from Bimbo too. She traded in this whole thing. She also did it with Juju Heritage. Juju Heritage was married to a woman in America. You know, he was based in America, and that time he was you know, was it trendy, supporting, doing music and films and everything. That was when she also did the same thing. She snatched that man from his original wife, whom they were both based in US together. Number one, she did the same thing. Who else did the same thing? Even late Simoji Olaya, it's not good to talk about the dead. You know, she also tread in this path. You know, she also did the same thing with that man that was based in Canada. Even, you know, who else? She mentioned quite a number of them that did the same thing. Even Laide Bakare too. Laide Bakare, she also did this same thing. You know, she was married. Initially, she was married to her own husband. All of a sudden, she left that man and came to Nigeria. With that man was also the other man that she married to, was also a married man based in America. The man came home and married her, and all of a sudden, she just destroyed the marriage. Even she's not even with the man again. You know, it's like that, and like that. And this Mercy that we are talking about, to Mercy, her first marriage to Larry Gentry. That Larry Gentry that was always petty. I always say that man is always, you know, he's evil. He shouldn't even come out and say, because he's the same thing he did to his first wife. That now that Mercy also did too. So it's like the whole thing is just like he was also married with children, that he left his wife and followed Mercy. After the whole thing, that Baru is now crying everywhere that Mercy this, Mercy this, Mercy this, that, Mercy this, that, and this, that. You also left your own wife and children, so they're in the same mess, same category. Like seriously, now that Mercy have destroyed the first marriage and everything, even according to story, the first wife, he did not allow him back. The man tried to go back to him after leaving them for Mercy. After the whole thing, Dabaru, he wants to go back, but the woman said no. I like that woman. She said no. That was why he now go and marry another younger wife. You know, yeah, I got married last year, Larry Gentry, last year to another. So the whole thing is just, I mean, this is how they do in Hollywood. Why? I mean, they're just giving themselves names. Not all of them do. We have good actors who, you know, they just want this. Oh, it's not all of them that like this scandal and everything. You can see a lot of them, they are married to, you know, their own husband. They don't want this drama and wahala. Yes, it's so, I mean, it's not good. Look at the drama. It causes a lot of trauma. Like, whoever Messi is, this whole thing, I mean, for this week, this month, she's going to, like, she won't be fine because of the trolling and everything. She can't even post anything. She posts like this, people are coming there to attack her, to, you know, call her names and everything. Why? What is the stress over a man? Over a man that eventually he can still leave you. So what is the fuss? I mean, it doesn't make any sense.